Hello there, and welcome back to another video. And today I will be unboxing, speed building, and reviewing Lego set number 75979, Hedwig from Lego Harry Potter. Now this set has 630 pieces, and that comes with just one minifigure, which is of course Harry Potter. And you also get a Hedwig figure, which is actually new for 2020, because before 2020 the only Hedwigs we got had the wings closed, like this. But this is a new mould with the wings open. Anyway, enough rambling on, let's get right into it. So on the front of the box you can see of course a big picture of the model, as well as a smaller picture of what the model looks like from above, and you can also see the wings moving in that picture, and then of course you can also see Harry and Hedwig next to each other in the bottom corner. Over on the back of the box you can see that what's actually making the wings flap is a crank. And also up here you can see that Hedwig's head can be tilted, and there are also some measurements. So Hedwig is 20 centimeters or 7.8 inches long, 17 centimeters or 6.7 inches tall, and 35.4 centimeters or 13.9 inches wide. So anyway, I am super excited to get into this, so I'm not going to wait any longer. Here's everything that came inside the box. Four individually numbered bags of Lego, a 146-page instruction booklet, and the sticker sheet. Now I am super excited to build this, so today I am going to build this and wrap it up into a very quick speed build. Here is the completed build. Build time today was about 1.5 hours, and as you can see, once again there is quite a lot of white on it, so I'm going to change the white background for a different colour. And once again that colour is a nice blue, so let's just jump straight into it. So of course the minifigure that comes with this set is Harry, and this is a younger Harry because he is based off the first two films. If it's just based off one of the films, I'm not sure which one it is. And he is wearing these blue gloves, which are a bit more blue than they were in the films. They were more of a faded blue in the films. And then he's just got these plain black, short, non-bendable legs. And then a nice torso of his cloak over his Gryffindor uniform, and then that nice scarf. and then you can see the hood around the back, so that suggests that this is in winter. Of course, as well as the gloves. And then he has this young smile, which you get on most, if not all, of the younger Harry Potter sets from the 2018, 19, 20 sets. And then over on the back, as usual, you get a more scared expression. And then, of course, this hairpiece has a cutout for the scar, which is also printed on the back. Quite a faded scar. And then, of course, he has one of these new style pointable wands. Just there. And then, of course, you do also get a brand new Hedwig in this set. This wasn't the first set to have this Hedwig, because of course all of the 2020 sets, apart from I think one, have Hedwig, and that one was the Room of Requirements, and also I wasn't counting the Advent calendar in that, and this is, as you can see, different to the to the one released in 2018, because this has the wings open, and it's a really nice mould, and I really like that Hedwig. And then she's just standing on a golden telescope piece, and they both, Harry and Hedwig, they both fit on this nice stand. Just this nice brown and gold stand. And now on to Hedwig. So down at the bottom of Hedwig is the base, and of course the first thing you'll notice, or one of the things you'll notice, is this nice Hedwig sign on, and that is a sticker, which I don't really mind, because the chances are they won't be using that again. And then around the sides you can see that there is actually the Gryffindor house colours all around, and then it's all tiled on top, apart from that one jumper plate, which is actually there so that you can put the stand with the Harry and Hedwig minifigures on. But anyway, on with our tour. There are also these nice shaped angled pieces, just to give it some more shape. And you might be able to see in there are actually some ball joints, and that is because that is how they hold Hedwig at an angle. There's just some hinges and then some ball joints which hold her in place, because of course otherwise she can rock back and forth. Can of course also see the cranks from down here, with some gears, and you might be able to see her wings flapping in the side, but as you can see, the cranks turn this gear, which then turn this black gear, which feeds through an axle up into that gear, which goes into that gear, which goes through Hedwig to these gears here, which turn this right there and make the wings flap. So it's actually quite a simple mechanism, but in comparison to other mechanisms that you can get in official sets, it's quite complicated, but as I said, it's quite simple how it works. And that gives her a really nice flapping action. There is also quite a lot of nice detail on the top of Hedwig. So down here you can see the tail feathers, these two on the outside can be turned, and also these two on the very outside can also be pushed down because of how they're attached. Let me just fix that. And then there's a lot of these black and white quarter circle 1x1 pieces, and that gives her a really nice look. And then there's these slopes leading down into her neck, and then of course you can see a couple of axles from the mechanism, but that I don't really mind because it's grey on a black and white model, so you don't really notice it. And then the feathers at the end of her wings can also be angled up and down. And you can angle them very slightly side to side. Now, Hedwig's head is actually a really nice construction. It does look a bit square, but I'm fine with that because Lego is on its own quite square, and it's very hard to make round things out of Lego. But there are some nice angles and some nice shaping with these circles around the eyes and this beak that's been put in at an angle. And one thing that I really like is these black bumper pieces that actually have golden printing on them to make the eyes. Because first of all, I think they're really cool prints, really cool pieces, and also they fit really perfectly into the holes, just like that. Because as you can see, the tiles are curving around it really tightly. And then there's also some more black and white quarter circle pieces, as well as some of these angled pieces to give the top of her head some shape. And then there's some angled pieces at the back, and here as well, and also this, which can be turned ever so slightly, which means that when it is on the rest of the model, you can actually turn her head very slightly, but not much at all. There is also this really nice, quite simple but really nice letter build. It's just a few pieces, and it does use up 3 of the 4 stickers in this set, but I think it looks really good. It is a bit of a shame that the stickers aren't quite the right colour for the pieces, but it's a really simple build, and it really does represent a Hogwarts invitation letter, and that just goes on the stand of Hedwig, and then you just wrap her claws around it, and it makes it look like she's carrying the letter. Now, it is also not too hard to motorize it. In fact, all you need to motorize it is just a battery box, a motor, and then a couple of Technic pins. So what you need to do is just spin Hedwig around, and then you just take the cranks off and push the axle out, and these should fall out. And then what you need to do is you just pull this out, this on a yellow axle, and then you can just pull that gear off and pull these off, and also pull that grey axle off, and then you need to get this yellow gear that we got from in here, and just stick it up there, and then you need to get your motor and put a couple of Technic pins in it, just there and there, and then you just need to slide that in, just attach that to the model, and then you just have to connect it to your battery box and you're good to go. Now, as you just saw, it's not actually very complicated to motorize it, because I just did it in not too long, and it does look good, but it is a bit too fast. So you could get a slower motor, or you could get an adjuster which can adjust the speed of the motor, but for just the simplest motorization, it's not bad. And it's not too hard to take her back to being a crank operated model, as long as you just remember how you took her to being a motorized model. All in all, I think this is a great set. Now, I really like the minifigures, with the exclusive Harry and the brand new Hedwig mould. Of course, this isn't an exclusive mould, because you can get her in most of the 2020 Harry Potter sets. But then, of course, the build for Hedwig is really cool, especially with this nice wing flapping action, because it works really well. And then I like the posability in the head, although there's not too much, and the posability with the feathers, and I also really like the details around the base and this nice simple letter build. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.